$38. That's what Wizards says a single Spider-Man collector booster pack is worth. If you do the math, that sets the MSRP for a box at $455.88. Yeesh. That sounds expensive until you open TCGplayer and realize that sealed Spider-Man collector boxes are moving for $839.28. That those $38 packs are individually being sold for like $82. And I'm no mathematician, but that's basically double. That's wild, but not surprising given the current collector's market, especially with Magic the Gathering. And we've seen this exact same cycle before. FOMO, then sellouts, then price hikes, then first preview season, then second preview season, then thirdsies, then the next set starts previews, then the pre-release for the set I was talking about first happened, then secret layer previews for that set, then release weekend for that set, then opening, prices on singles crash, prices on boxes inexplicably keep rising, rinse and repeat. It's simple. The big question is, at what price is all of this worth it? Hey, what's up? I'm Joel. I've been playing Magic for over 20 years. Magic news and Magic card prices are my full-time job now, so subscribe to the channel here and I'll keep you ahead. If you're lucky enough to find a box of Spider-Man collectors at or near MSRP, yes, it's basically free money long-term, unless Magic as a whole collapses. Let me know in the comments if you think that it already has. But at $830 plus, the conversation shifts from, is this a safe pickup, to, is this lottery ticket really worth scratching? And that's where we need to take a very specific look at what's inside the packs, how rare the true chase cards really are, and how past collector boxes and specific treatments from those boxes have aged. Spoiler alert, unless your dad is John Spider-Man and you're ripping a box for nostalgia, this is gambling at this point. But let's unpack exactly what's in here before you decide to take that gamble. Joel R. Magic is brought to you by Card Conduit, the best place to sell your cards quickly and easily on the internet. TCGplayer, the best place to buy them. Dragon Shield, the best way to protect them. And Moxfield, the only place to put your deck lists on the internet. Every good collector box needs a headliner chase, and for Richard Garfield's Magic the Gatherings, Marvel's Spider-Man the Magic the Gathering set, it's the Soul Stone. There are 3 versions, and pretty much anyone is only ever going to see a copy of one of the 3. The main set Vulcan Baga art appears in play in collector boosters, so it won't truly drive sealed value, but the Gauntlet version with Thanos flexing for maximum aura farm shows up only in collector boosters as a foil, so that's the first level of scarcity. This is a less than 1% card according to the collecting article, so this will compare to things like fractured foils and foundations, but it's just this card. There's no like hierarchy of desirability of different foilings, different treatments. It's this treatment in that foil for this card. Then on top of that, there's the textless cosmic foil version, only in collector boosters, always in English, and listed in Wizards pack map as extremely low quantities. Imagine saying that in your article. You have the Thanos card where it's a less than 1% drop rate. Good luck, everybody. Then saying that this one is only available in extremely low quantities underneath that. I get it. I'm never gonna own one of these. It doesn't matter what I do. Manifest, put it on my vision board, even try and rob somebody. It's not gonna work. I'm never gonna own one. I get it. Thank you. I just want one. Please give it to me. I really want it. I want it real bad. All of the Infinity Stones. One each of these cosmic foil Infinity Stones, please. The Cosmic Foil Soul Stone is the real golden chocobo or One Ring analog here, but the problem is it's not serialized. Collectors can't point at it and say, there are exactly 300 of these. You should see the tracking and the tracker websites and spreadsheets that they've got for the golden chocobo race. It's kind of fun. It's a fun part of the whole, I'll never ever own a serialized card that cool. But still, a flashy, textless, cosmic Infinity Stone will keep packs moving, especially since Rosewater has promised they're gonna do all of the Infinity Stones. That will be a collection that people will want to put together over time and will push FOMO, especially out of the gate with this one. I just want you to know that your odds are under 1%, less than 1%, less than under 1% to see one of these. This is the ultimate lottery. This is why all of these are so expensive. This, the Thanos thing, and the sensational Spider-Man suits. However, the Soul Stone is not alone. Collector boosters of Spider-Man have their exclusive candy that is going to build perceived EV. The 3 borderless classic comic mythics. You've got Miles, Peter, and Eddie Brock, aka Venom. These are collector booster only, traditional foil only, and English only. I draw a parallel with these to the Final Fantasy alternate commanders that were only available in collector booster packs, and we know those drove serious collector demand. I want to ask you, let me know in the comments which version you think fans are going to chase harder, the comic book Miles, the Peter, or the Venom. Either way, you're going to see a hierarchy form, and then on top of that, you've got the spectacular Spider-Man costume change cards that I talked about. 7 textured foil variants exclusive to collector boosters, plus 1 base version that'll be more available and in every pack. Textured foils in hand tend to look fantastic, and that's what the foiling is on these, and players love flexing a unique version of a card, but I gotta be honest, of all the tacked on, more gimmicky stuff, this one to me feels the most tacked on and gimmicky. As a Marvel fanboy, I'm liking more of this set than most people, but these just don't get me super excited. I would expect a clear most expensive suit to emerge from these, probably Black Symbiote costume or Bagman's variant. These, though, are another less than 1% pull card that collectors are gonna overpay for. You've got the Thanos variant of the Soul Stone, the 3 heroes, and these textured suit variants of Spectacular for your primary pulls for value that are even semi-realistic to possibly hit for the average person. So while the main set cards will be reprinted many times over the coming years, collector booster only treatments like these will be the reason whales keep cracking boxes. But do not fool yourself. 99% of packs will not contain these cards. That's how the math works. They are rare enough, I guess, to justify prices that people are paying for them, 850 plus, as I make this video. But in reality, collector packs of Magic, especially recently, have become a casino game where the house typically wins. And now here's where people get tricked during preview seasons. Not every flashy card in this set is a reason to buy collector boosters of Spider-Man. We've only talked about a few, though it seems like we've talked about a lot. There's still way more in this set. A lot of treatments, scene cards, source material reprints, panel cards, even the Spiderweb frame and Spiderweb basics, those show up in play boosters too. That means in like 6 weeks, you're going to see them absolutely flooding TCGplayer for a fraction of their pre-order price. The market cycle is pretty predictable at this point. Cards pop during spoiler season, fall off majorly once supply hits, and only the tippy-toppest treatments only really ever bounce back majorly long term. Go watch any video on my channel about great pickups from a set crash. The same pattern happens all the time. Spider-Man's web slinger frames and the panel treatments are going to follow that same pattern. They're fun for flavor, but they're not real EV drivers. That's actually good news for us as singles buyers. Go look at Final Fantasy cards right now. Even the foils of borderless versions of the commanders, like Cloud X Soldier, spiked like crazy to over 200, but then fell off hard to 116 and have slowly grown back to like 125 over time. That's specifically the foil version of those alternates that were only available in collector boosters. You had non-foil, foil, and Surge being the parfait there on that specific treatment with those alternate commanders from Final Fantasy that you could only get the alternates in collector packs. So this was that middle tier. Over 200 200 bucks. It's 125 now, and it was lower to be able to acquire it a few weeks ago. And look, even if you bought that single card at its absolute peak, you still paid less than a quarter of what a collector box costs. You would pay more than that randomly firing at packs. Just go get the single that you want to get. I promise. Your brain, your wallet, and your heart will all thank you over time. My point is, overall, for singles purchasers, you don't need an $850 box. You don't need an $82 pack to get cool Spider-Man art for your decks. You're going to be able to snag most versions from this set cheaply once the dust settles from all this, even some of the top treatments. So don't let the previews and the hype trick you into thinking every treatment is gold. Only the collector booster only sub 1% chase cards really matter for box value, and the rest is just bonus flavor on top of everything. If you've watched the prices of collector boxes long enough, like me, you know the cycle. Hype, pre-order FOMO, a few big hits, and then reality. Final Fantasy doubled post-release thanks to serialized chocobos, the broad appeal, and a set that was obviously and truly a banger. I wouldn't expect Final Fantasy level growth unless this chase hits harder than expected, and more people than not are willing to ignore how weird this set really is. So Spider-Man collector packs and boxes, are they worth it? Here is my split verdict. If you're opening them at MSRP, first off, you were born with a lucky spoon up your rear, and good on you for being able to find that, or good on your LGS for sticking to MSRP. God bless them. It's a safer gamble at MSRP, a little bit safer. You still could and will whiff on the big less than 1% chase cards, but the sealed price floor is likely to rise over time on these boxes, and that will keep the singles that you do open decently value over time and bully for you if you hit a lottery card. But at $850 or more, it's a pretty brutal Powerball. You're either going to rip the Soulstone Cosmic Foil, a top costume change like a Thanos Soulstone card, or you're eating a hard haircut. Most boxes are not going to recoup at that price, so you really want to know why you're opening the packs. Is it for the experience and you're happy with the price you got? Rock and roll. Are you expecting to recoup your price? Please, I hope that the main takeaway from this video that you get is you likely will not, especially at some of the higher prices I'm seeing some of these cards for, and even at MSRP. It's an expensive product, and mostly the trend is that singles fall to good pickup ranges well after the fact when the hype is gone. So if you can resist that early FOMO, you're going to be in a better position. Sealed holding these, though, is a different game as far as I'm concerned. Universes Beyond Sealed has been one of the best long-term investments in Magic for the past 2 years, and I'm not one that would typically recommend investing in Magic. There's so many investment vehicles provided to you as a human being that are not Magic the Gathering that are better for you to engage in first. However, Fallout collector boxes, Lord of the Rings, all collector boxes, Doctor Who mess sets like Assassin's Creed, all of these are climbing. And so yes, I believe that Spider-Man sealed will probably be worth more than it is right now in a year. That is the trend right now with pretty much all collector boxes, much less Universes Beyond stuff, is that number go up. The problem, as far as I'm concerned, is the liquidity of it. The expensive stuff just doesn't fly off shelves. So holding is going to be a waiting game, definitely not just a quick flip, and exiting that kind of thing is difficult. But look, if your name is Ricky T. Spider-Man and you have a tattoo of all the actors to ever play Spider-Man and one that played Gwen Stacy, but I won't tell you who and where it is, then I would say rip it, enjoy the ride, have a good time. If you're a sealed speculator, chase MSRP as close as you possibly can and then sit on it for a long time and hope that there's going to be a rich benefactor 20 years from now that will buy your entire collection all at once, and you won't have to figure out how to sell sell $30,000 worth of individual cards like a patron of mine is trying to do right now, or trying to sell tens of thousands of dollars worth of sealed product one box at a time. Good luck. But I will again reiterate, even Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond collector boxes go up. That just seems to be the trend right now. It's crazy. And if you're just like me and you want cool cards, skip all of this gamble. Wait a month or more, buy singles. You might miss on the tippy top treatments, but playable base versions are going to be crushed in price from where they are now, and your wallet will thank you. And who knows, maybe even some of that tippy top treatments you want will find a nice pickup window in the short term, and I can help you with that. Hey, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll keep you updated when Spider-Man singles hit their buy window. Look for the green border or the purple border thumbnails on my channel. Those are great pickups in general and set crashes. That's what to be on the lookout for. And until then, good luck. May Thanos keep your pulls balanced like all things should be.